This is Uhuru Zem News. North will continue to rule Nigeria regardless of who is president, says Professor Akintoye. Yoruba Nation arrowhead, Professor Banji Akintoye, says the North will continue to rule and dominate Nigeria regardless of whoever is in power as president. Akintoye made the comments days after the Northern Elders Forum said the North would not play second fiddle in a nation where it clearly enjoys numerical strength to win presidential elections. Speaking on the Punch online program, 86-year-old Akintoye, a scholar and a professor of history, said the North had always wanted to conquer the rest of the country. Though he did not make any direct reference to the statement credited to the Northern Elders Forum spokesman, Akintoye said Nigeria is no longer a country because of the dominance of one ethnic group over others. He said, "It has reached a time now that Nigeria is no longer a country." Why do I say this? There is no other country in the world where one section, one region says, "We are going to conquer the rest, we are going to subdue you, we will make ourselves the controllers of the resources of your land, we will treat you more or less like slaves." Akintoye said though some Southerners including former Presidents Olusegun Obasanjo and Goodluck Jonathan had been in power since the return to democratic rule, they operated under the rulership of the North. He said, "Whoever rules Nigeria rules in the context of a country that is owned and dominated by the North, I mean the Northwest." Under Obasanjo as president, the northern elite converted the North against the constitution of Nigeria into a separate Islamic state. Obasanjo could not do anything about it. That was a dangerous philosophy that was being foisted upon Nigeria, and nobody did anything about it. Yes, Obasanjo is a beloved son of the Yoruba race, we love him, but we know that he ruled in a situation when the president of Nigeria was holding on to powers under the tables that the rest of us could not do anything about. Not to talk of Vice President Yemi Osinbajo. Osinbajo is one of the most educated men who have taken part in the governance of Nigeria. See, the thing he is he doing them free will? Akintoye, the leader of the umbrella body of the Yoruba self-determination group known as Ilana Omo Ojua, and the embattled Yoruba Nation agitator, Sunday Adeyemo, also known as Sunday Igboho, have been seen together at press conferences and rallies championing the cause to secede from the Nigerian state and establish a Yoruba nation. When asked why he is embarking on such a mission at his age, the octogenarian replied, "Yes, I am doing it at a late age, but if I do not do this, I do not want to go to the grave with a feeling that a country I love and gave my life is dying in my presence, and I just stay there until the power of God comes to take me home. No, I want to be able to say to myself that I fought a good fight, and when I see Chief Obafemi Awolowo, I'd be sure that he would open his arms and welcome me as a good boy. I have to do this now." He also assured Yoruba Nation agitators that Igboho would soon regain his freedom from the authorities of the French-speaking West African nation. Igboho, who was earlier declared wanted by the Nigerian government, has been in a detention facility in Cotonou, Benin Republic, since July 19, 2021 when he was arrested at an airport in the country. Please watch and listen him. Please watch and listen him.
Continue. And it has reached a point now that Nigeria is no longer really a country. Why do I say it's no longer a country? There is no other country in the world where one section, one region says we are going to conquer the rest. The Fulani leadership of the North is now sponsoring their men to go to use cattle, to weaponize cattle and poverty, to go and subdue the South and the Middle Belt. That we are the only such country in the world today, probably the only such country anywhere, anytime in the history of the world, that one section is saying we are going to conquer you, we are going to subdue you, we will not let you go. We will make ourselves the controllers and owners of the resources of your land. We will treat you more or less like slaves. Of my history, my highest political intervention in Nigeria was under Chief Awolowo, and that is a purposeful leadership. of the most sublime kind. I cannot rob myself. I cannot rob that out of my life. I am a product of the Awolowo idea and dedication and sacrifice. It is a pity that I went away. Well, it's not a pity. I went away because I was unhappy with the way Nigeria was being run. Nigeria was descending into corruption and lawlessness, and power of government was being used for illegalities, and I could not stand it. I left. My friends were angry with me. They said, oh, let's stand and win elections. So they won the election in 1993, and the election was abrogated. And then a dictatorship of the most hideous type descended upon Nigeria under Abacha. And my friends who had said I should not have left home were now rushing to all over the world. And I had many of them, come to stay with me and so on. So, no. Yes, I'm doing it at a late age, but if I do not do this, I do not want to go to my grave with the feeling that the country that I loved and gave my life to is dying in my presence, and I just stayed there until the power of God comes to take me home. No. I want to be able to say to myself, I fought a good fight. And when I see Chief Awolowo, I'm sure that he will open his eyes and welcome me as a good boy. Yes, I have to do this now. I have to do this now. Okay, and we have involved large, now it is for the youth actually, it's not for me. It's your leader, you are the leaders. I am just your father. I will guide you. I will help you. I will show you the path to success. But I don't feel like your leader. I feel like your father. That's it. We are talking of the superficialities, the superficials. The realities are different. Whoever rules Nigeria rules in the context of a country that is owned and dominated by the North. By North, I mean the Northwest. And so, Obasanjo as president. Under him, the northern elite combated the North against the constitution of Nigeria into a separate Islamic state. Obasanjo could not do anything about it. He could not. Under him, a Fulani intellectual wrote a paper for the Center for Democratic Development, for Democratic Research and Development in Abuja, to say that the nationalities, the ethnic groups of Nigeria are not nationalities at all, and that was a treatise in 2 pieces that was written for CEDAT, the Center for Democratic Research and Development, under the presidency of General Obasanjo in 2020, 2001, I think 2000 to 2001. And to say that the Yoruba are not a nation, the Igbo are not a nation, the Urobo are just a congeries of fragments and so on. That parts of the people who now call themselves Igbo are not Igbo until recently, and began to drag down all the nations other than the people of the North. Listen, and Obasanjo could not do anything about it. That was a dangerous philosophy that was being foisted upon Nigeria, and nobody did anything about it. And it is the dominant philosophy of the people who rule Nigeria today. So you'd say Obasanjo, yes, Obasanjo has been, he's a beloved son of the Yoruba people. We love him and so on. But we know that he was ruling in a situation in which the president of Nigeria was beholding on to powers under the table that the rest of us could not do anything about, that he himself could not do anything about. So And that's Obasanjo, not to come and talk of Vice President Osinbajo. Osinbajo is one of the most educated men who ever took part in the governance of Nigeria. See the things he's doing. Is he doing them free will? Would a man of his caliber, of his intellectual and religious caliber, go abroad to go and say that when we say kidnapping is happening in the Western region, that we are lying? That the world must not believe us. This, when they make a noise about kidnapping, we go and investigate and we find that there's nothing at the bottom of it. Is that true? Do we know that to be true? He is reported to have made another statement a few weeks ago to the effect that people say they are killing. I don't know, you know. I hope he didn't make that statement, but he's alleged to have made it. I don't know what's the big deal about people being killed in Nigeria.
Well, I can't really
what is the big deal if Nigerians go to bed hungry and so on? Why do you think he's doing all of that?